back to the channel, and today we are talking about something that I actually was asked to talk about. This is the new Harvest Moon Winds of Anthos game that is coming out in the summer. And you know what? I gotta say, it is on my radar. I'm very excited for the game, but I wanted to make this video to kind of, I don't really know, to kind of warn people of like what really to expect and to kind of lower your expectations. I hate that saying, by the way, but with Harvest Moon, you kind of have to do that. Anyway, so there's a new Harvest Moon game coming out this summer. You might be excited. I'm actually pretty excited, but we need to set our expectations, because if you didn't know, Harvest Moon is not the Harvest Moon you probably remember. Obviously, Harvest Moon is one of the most legendary names in gaming, especially the farming sort of cozy game. They started it all. You know, your favorite games were probably inspired by Harvest Moon. But what some people don't know, I feel like it's pretty common knowledge now, but what some people don't know is that the original team of Harvest Moon actually split from Natsume, made their own sort of thing, and that is Story of Seasons. And Story of Seasons has all the rights to their property and stuff, but Natsume has the rights to the Harvest Moon name. So obviously Story of Seasons games have been, I think, pretty good, especially the last few years, while the Harvest Moon games haven't been good. And I don't know, just a lot of people are very like one-sided. Their team Story of Seasons, just because Natsume and like they're still carrying the name, they're still carrying the history of Harvest Moon, and it does kind of leave a lot of bad taste in people's mouths. So just to let you know, the people that you love, the people that made the crazy Harvest Moon games that you probably played way back when, they are now working on Story of Seasons. And Natsume is producing Harvest Moon games that have not been great. Trust me, I bought them all. Light of Hope on the Switch, not good. It's basically like a mobile port. There were things that I did like about it. I don't think these are awful games. They're just not full of life. They're like, compared directly to Story of Seasons, you can't even compare them. So Light of Hope was bad. One Worlds I thought was really bad. And the reason why I wanted to bring up One World, not just because it's their most recent Harvest Moon game, it's because this new game, Winds of Anthos, is very close to this game. The story of it, the whole premise of it is very, very close to this game. Listen, I also bought Mad Dash, which is like a little mobile game. This is actually good though. It's like a puzzle game. It's not really a farming game, but that is good. But anyway, the Harvest Moon, the modern Harvest Moon games are just not good. But today what I wanted to do, per request, is look at the first initial screenshots, look at the first press releases of this new Harvest Moon game, give my honest opinions, and you know, kind of go from there. Again, I am excited. We're going to see the screenshots in a second, and I do think that the screenshots for this game look really good. They well, I mean, we're going to look at them in a second, but they do remind me of some of the more modern Pokemon games. I really do get sort of an Arceus vibe to them. Like, they're very stylized graphics, and judging by the graphics alone, I feel like they are putting significantly more effort into this newest game. I also find it interesting that A Wonderful Life, Story of Seasons, is coming out in summer, and this game was announced not too long ago, and of course, it's coming out in summer. So there is still that rivalry. So anyway, I just wanted to make this to kind of warn you guys of just the absolute poor quality of the modern Harvest Moon games. But let's take a look. Let's go take a look right now at what this game's all about. Okay, so here we go. This is one of the press releases. I know this is from March 15th because this did break last month, but there is new updates that we're going to be talking about. So Natsume shares first look at Harvest Moon, the Winds of Anthos. New screenshots show farming, animals, and characters while hinting at new adventures. So, shared a first look at the Winds of Anthos and the latest installment. Today's screenshots show some new features. Okay. Discover 5 unique towns with their own seasons, terrain, and villagers. Explore the world of Anthos while searching for harvest wisps, wild animals, mines, and more. So, that sounds great, and it probably is. But this is pretty much the premise of One World, which I didn't like. And it is confirmed that you have to move your farm around, just like One World. The exploration in One World was very linear, and some of these screenshots show that it might not be like a true open world, but we'll keep going. Care for livestock such as cows, sheep, chickens, and more, and earn bonuses on your farm from keeping a variety of animals. I will say that the farming mechanics, the livestock, your basic farm game mechanics have been pretty solid from Natsume, so that I'm actually excited about. We'll see some of the screenshots in a second. Woo 5 different bachelors and 5 different bachelorettes. Marry whoever your heart desires. I believe this is the first time that they're allowing same-sex marriage, which is great. So a total of 10 bachelors and bachelorettes, which is great. Keep pets such as cats, dogs, parakeets, wolves, and more, which is really cool. I know that A Wonderful Life, which is coming out in the summer, you can only have dogs and I believe a cat in the second year. Doc Jr. is back with a new and improved Expando farm that lets you easily move your farm around the land of Anthos. So, like in One World, there was this character, Doc Jr., which basically you move your farm around depending on which area of the map you're in. And I gotta say, it kind of was annoying. It was actually the part that just made me stop playing One World. So basically you move your farm around, depending on which town you're in. Different crops grow in different towns, different climates, things like that. It's a very ambitious idea. I didn't like the way that they did it in One World. Cook multiple dishes in your kitchen at the same time, which is great. Now we do have some screenshots. I'm going to do just a bigger view of this. So this is the first screenshot. I gotta say, this looks really good. There's a lot that is shown here. I'll put a bigger picture on the screen for you. But you have your basic HUD. I'm kind of blocking some of it, but I will put it on the screen for you. So you have your hearts on the bottom. That is stamina. So, we have 5 stamina hearts. You do get to increase them. Now, one thing from One World was that even if you walked on the map, it would use stamina, which was really just bad game design because you need to walk around and explore. So I'm hoping they get rid of that. We do have a village name, Langtonberry Village. Okay. We have the map on the bottom right. And what I really like about this map is that it shows characters or villagers that are in your town. So you always know where people are depending on when you walk. We do have the time system here, Monday the 2nd, with the sort of weather indicator. I believe that's spring or something, as we could see the cherry blossoms. This looks pretty clean. I gotta say, I do like the graphical style. Again, it's giving me Pokemon. It's giving me like modern Pokemon games, which I don't think is a problem. There's not a ton of detail in the background. The trees are kind of rough, but these are the first screenshots that they're showing. I do think the cow looks really cute. The cow looks really nice. The fence looks nice and everything like that. We don't see a ton in this screenshot, but this is the first screenshot they showed. Let's look at another one here. And this one, I'm very impressed with this one, I gotta say. So this one, we see some of the first crops. Looks like turnip, some turnips here and some other crops. Same village. We do have 1 star in here, which I'm wondering what that is. Again, you see a bigger look at the map. It shows, points of interest, different characters, some exclamation marks, I'm assuming are quests. And then this machine right here with the sort of seed logo on it, is that the Expando farm thing? I'm not really sure. But the visuals look pretty nice. You will see in a lot of these, like towards the back, the little cliff area doesn't have a lot of definition. So I'm wondering how good this is. And then if you could see like in between these houses right here, there's not a ton of definition on whatever those are. Are those boulders, trees? I'm not sure. But I will say that compared to the rest of the games, it looks great. And we can all assume it's going to be a 3D game when you're playing in third person and things like that. So very encouraging. We have another one here of us chopping wood. And as you can see, we're getting 1 lumber. Same village as before. We do have our stamina meter here, or maybe that's like the progress of us cutting the tree or something like that. But again, I will say that I'm very impressed with these visuals. They look good. I like them. The trees aren't the best. We're seeing like some low poly textures on the right and in the backgrounds, which this was my biggest sort of takeaway from this. There's not a ton of definition there. So is it as big of an open world as they're sort of advertising? I just don't know. I don't know, but that's some of the screenshots. And then we have another one here. This one I really do like. The sky looks very nice. We're in a different village here, Providence Village. We do have our stamina, and as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 hearts now, unless I counted wrong before. But yeah, you can obviously increase your stamina. It's 7:04 p.m. at night. So you can see the little mini map again. My one complaint, well, not one complaint. I have many complaints about One World, but the clock in that game moved very fast. So I'm wondering how time moves in this. It's going to be interesting, but I do like these screenshots. So let's go back to this. The 25th anniversary of Harvest Moon would not be complete without Harvest Moon, the Winds of Anthos. So again, it's kind of like that's going to definitely ruffle some feathers. They're kind of like basking in the glory of Harvest Moon when they just really own the rights to the name. So it's kind of just like, it's weird. It's just kind of weird seeing them just, I don't know, boast about the history of Harvest Moon when it's not really the people behind it. The new installment is the culmination of over 30 games. Harvest Moon, the Winds of Anthos includes beloved characters like the Harvest Sprites and the Harvest Goddess, and familiar goals like farming and caring for animals, but also takes the player in a new direction as they explore a new world. Every part of this new title has been shaped by our company mission, make everyone happy. There are some more images here. Where are they? Okay, we have some here. So here's another image. And I gotta say, once again, I mean, this is pretty impressive stuff. I like the look of all these farm animals. We have our main character picking up the chicken right here. It all looks very good. Again, Providence Village. I will say that the towns in One World, and I'm gonna keep bringing up One World because it's very much the same. Like, travel to 5 different places. You know, move your farm. It's very One World. Like, mechanics are very One World. The towns in One World did not look very great. There was like only 4 buildings in a town. So I don't know. I just want to like temper our expectations a little bit. But just based off the visuals that we're getting, the screenshots, looks good. I gotta say, like, this is looking very good. Let's go to the next one. And this is a look at some of the animals. We got Milky, a little cow. I will say, like, the animals look great. We have chickens. We have a little sheep here. We have cats, our horse, different skills and stuff like that. Like, I really do like the look of this game. We do get a little peek of the inside as well. I think they showed a little bit more. We do have some new screenshots, but I want to go to the other press release. So this is the newest press release that came out on the 6th. Players will be able to find and care for a variety of animals, including traditional farm animals like cows, chickens, sheep, and horses, but will also be able to befriend pets like parakeets, owls, rabbits, as well as wolves and Bengal tigers. Players can also ride their horses or other mounts to travel around Anthos. So I like the sound of that. Let's look here. So these are the newest screenshots. We have some looks of marriage candidates. So this is the female character that you can use. We see Wesley here, and this little flower symbol near his name means that they can be married. Like, this is a candidate. I suppose you could call me the leader of this village. So we do have some dialogue there. There were some characters in One World, by the way, that were just named like nice man. Like, I'm telling you, play the game and see what I'm talking about. But all the marriage candidates seem to have like their own names and their own thing. So I like how the screen kind of blurs in the background and they just focus on the characters. I do like the look of the characters as well. Let's go to this. We see many more characters. Now, I will say that the town here does look a little on the bare side. These are early screenshots too. So I don't know how much I can look into this, but we do have, quite a bit of characters. They look different. I'm wondering if this guy is like a vendor or something. We do have a look at some farm animals. I'm wondering how customizable like our villages can be. Did the player put this fence out? Like, I don't know. We don't know that yet. And then we also have another look here of Vivi, who is another marriage candidate. Good morning. Are you a traveler? So we do have some look at like some nice shots of other characters. So you know what? I'm understanding why people are excited about this game, but I just want to kind of compare it to more of the modern games. And like when I first saw the screenshots, I was like, oh my God, let's go. But my expectations are tempered a little bit. So this is another nice screenshot here. So again, I'm focusing on the background here. The backgrounds are very, very empty. They advertise, and the only reason why I'm bringing that up because they advertise like exploring Anthos and stuff like that. But if there's not a ton to explore, then that feature just kind of goes out the window. Like if the world is boring, then why do we care to explore it? So those are some of the screenshots here. And we have another one of the crops. We have a peach pineapple. We have our watering can on the bottom. This is probably my favorite screenshot here. The town looks very good. Looks like we have some walking paths here. Our energy on the bottom left. This is the same Providence Village. So I don't know. Let me know what you think of these screenshots because I think the screenshots are impressive. I'm waiting for gameplay. I want to see how smooth this game is. So far, so good though. All right, so let me know in the comment section what you are feeling about this new Harvest Moon Winds of Anthos game. Are you going to pick it up? I seriously think my best advice is to wait. I would wait for early reviews. I'm definitely going to be making a review and I'm going to be streaming the game whenever it does come out. I don't know if it has a definitive release date yet, but you know, you can check out Natsume's Twitter and they are posting a lot about it. They're posting a ton of screenshots and different press releases and things like that. So definitely check it out. Check out reviews and gameplay first. Cause like I said before, the worlds are very bare. There's not a lot of like personality in these games, and the system that they're bringing back from one world scares me because that just wasn't a fun experience. But let me know what you think. Will you be picking it up? Let me know. Subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in another video. Peace out, everyone.